Top of the morning to yous. We have here ourselves a Wednesday morning with the sun shining, and we're enjoying that. It's cold, not terribly cold, but it's unfriendly cold, and I don't like it. But the flag was up on the mailbox. We have two flags. The red one that you put up when you have a package that's going out. And then the orange one, when they open up the door, a flag pops up. That way we can look out there and see that we have mail. And I have a package from Mr. ShawnMrFixitlee. I won his giveaway, so here's what it is. This little ratchet deal. And when I seen that on his channel, I thought, ooh, I'd like to have that. That's pretty neat. So I'm going to put that in my toolbox. Thank you, Shawn. I appreciate it. And that kind of gave me an idea for giveaways. So probably the next video you'll see here is this stereo cabinet that I'm working on. We're making progress. All right, so we went over to piano lessons yesterday, me and Ronnie, and I brought along the stereo cabinet with me. My friend is, well, the piano teacher's husband works with wood, and I thought perhaps maybe he could help me get these new pieces of oak routed and all that kind of stuff. We decided not to go that route because, well, my reasoning is he's very busy. He was more than willing to make those pieces work, but he really wanted to see the original pieces used because that's, you know, it's an antique vintage stereo and collectors want to see the original cabinet. And I told him, I said, I tried everything that I have here in the garage and in the house to get the paint off, and it just wouldn't do it. So he looked around in his paint room and come up with some water-based paint and stain remover. And would you know that worked without hurting the finish? It's a plastic veneer, I guess, that's on this wood. That's what he called it. And it took it off. So I thought, well, I'll buy some on my way home. Expensive. It was like $16 for that little bottle. And I don't know when I'd ever use it again. So I bought this here stuff. Can you see it? There it is, graffiti. Spray paint and graffiti remover. Spray paint, that's what was on there. And that was still more than I wanted to pay for it. It was close to $10. But it worked. I didn't get it all off. There's some down in the crannies. And so I will advertise it on eBay that there is some overspray on there. You'll have to clean it. Just use a water-based stain remover should work. There's also some speckles on the knobs and stuff. You don't see it unless you're looking for it, but it does need to be cleaned, and I'm not going to do it. I'd rather see the person buy it, do it. It's not that big a deal. It will come off. I did try it with some rubbing alcohol, and for those little specks, they started to come off, but I don't have patience for it, so I gave up. Anyway, I'm putting the old cabinet back together. So they had these hinges, these angle plates glued and screwed. So I did the same. And I had, on here they had staples. These are little plastic pieces here and here. And so I went to the hardware stores and bought some screws because I didn't have any, and all my junk over there. And I bought 4 screws. 23 cents a piece for a screw like that. Isn't that crazy? But that's all right. Now before this sets, I want to get this put on there to make sure that everything's hunky-ish, dory-ish. Well, here we are back to original. Cabinet's rough, but that's just the way it is. The buyer can do as they please. So she'll bring a couple of dollars anyway. All right, well, that's all for this one.